TisaTellss, yo. Vincent Herbert, that's right, Tamar's ex, is in the news again. Now, if you're wondering, what's he in the news for? Hanging around with no-neck misogynist, need to be a better father, Benzino, talking about the women they getting while they playing golf in their tidy whities and size too small golf shirts? No, he's in the news for literally playing the mess out of himself, doing check fraud basically, and trying to scam $66,000 worth of jewelry. Y'all, what am I talking about? Let's get into these details. But somewhere, Tamar should be cackling. Woo, let's get into these details. Now, here's the thing. While I was reading that, before I get into these details, let's be a little messy. Y'all want me messy? Tell the morally righteous people to leave so we can talk. Are they gone? All right. Listen, when I first read this article, I was like, yo, what is Tamar and Vince's relationship currently? Because I remember when Tamar first started playing her face and started to resemble a Muppet with that oddly pale skin and that bleached blonde hair, talking about Vince prefers white women, and she started tinkering with her face. I said, is she being emotionally abused or is she being abused? I'm not joking, because I was like, when you're with a mate that loves you, why would you feel the need to drastic? Now, we can understand tightening up, zhuzhing up, and I'm not judging. But to me, outside looking in, I was like, why is she making herself into a Muppet if her man's telling her she's beautiful every day and she don't got to compete with nothing? Do you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying, right? Then she got fired from The View, which was weird because Vince was her manager, and it was like, but weren't they telling you she was close to being fired? But this could be unrelated. But then when they broke up, right? Vincent was literally acting like he was like the prize in the relationship with his... How does Vincent look like? Vince is an open mouth breather, so he's always like, listen, it is what it is, right? So Tamar was like super heartbroken. Vincent started sowing his wild oats, being a single eligible bachelor, if you want to call it that, with Benzino. Imagine seeing Vincent Herbert. This is after he got his stomach staple and lost all that weight, which I don't think made him look any better. Low key, I think it made him look worse. And Benzino and his no-neck self, and they are both perfectly horrible, walking over to you. It's literally like, pick one or you die. And you're just like, have I made peace with my Lord and Creator? It's like literally, imagine them walking up to you and somebody pulling something out and saying, pick one or you die, right? And you looking at no neck, and then you looking at need to gain 20 pounds, right? And you're just like, have I made peace with my Lord and Creator? Because I ain't picking any one of them. So whatever, heaven or hell, here I come, baby. I just couldn't imagine that. So that's the backstory, right? So let's see what dumb stuff that Vince got himself into. This is actually really, really embarrassing. And low key, it makes me realize, or at least speculate, right? Do you think the reason that Tamar really left Vince after all that stuff, his cheating him, her saying he prefers, non-melanated women and all this other stuff, and her trying to turn into like the Muppet version of a non-melanated woman, do you think that the reason she really left is because he was going broke, right? Because the streets is talking, and by the streets, I mean the jewelers, y'all. Let's get into this story. Okay, so here's the thing. This actually happened in August 30th of 2021 when the suit happened. But to this date, it doesn't look like he's paid the jewelers. The story's actually resurfacing, I'm thinking, because the jewelers want to be paid. But get this, right? Vincent was slapped with legal papers after refusing to pay $66,000 owed for his jeweler. Now, first of all, right? Remember I said that y'all don't have any idea what high-level scamming does. Well, not y'all. Y'all do, because y'all got some sense. But the dum-dums in the back don't have any idea what high-level scamming looks like. In my opinion, it looks like Trump. In my opinion, it looks like, you think I got money, so let me open businesses, let me do this, let me do that, but I ain't paying any bills, right? Anyway, right? It said, according, right, to court documents obtained by Radar Online, the jewelry company named Green & Co. and its owner of the jewelry company, let's call him, it's Michael Green, we'll call him Michael, sued Vince, right, because of fraud and deceit along with a breach of contract, right? The suit alleged, right, that Also, Vincent's make-believe companies. Y'all be even thinking because people have companies, it's money behind them. Y'all, it only costs $400, maybe $600 on LegalZoom to set up a company, and then that's it. So Glow Joe Music and Trinson LLC, ooh, great naming, Vince, right? The company says they are high-end diamond and jewelry store located in Beverly Hills. You should have known not to walk up in Beverly Hills and try to run some check fraud that might have flew under the radar in Atlanta. I'm just saying, people in Beverly Hills don't play about that. They will call the police in a quickness, and they be looking to make examples out of people, lest somebody else think they're going to actually get over. And this is what I'm talking about with high-end scamming. The audacity you have to be a high-end scammer. Listen to this. Vincent reached out to them in December 2018 and asked them to create 7 unique separate jewelry pieces for him. I believe that's the time around, if I'm not mistaken, he divorced Tamar and was calling himself young, wild, and free. And I was like, wild maybe. Young, scratch that. Free, most definitely. Congratulations, Tamar, right? And it said the deal was finalized on May 19th, 2019, right? Now, here's the thing. Michael, the owner of Green & Co. Jewelry, said that Vincent repeatedly lied about his net worth, including his ability to pay for his jewelry, about his career and his involvement in the music industry. Y'all needed to watch Tattle Tells because we be getting to the bottom of these fake made-up companies, y'all. So listen, it actually gets worse. Listen. Now, they accuse Vincent, right, of knowingly making misrepresentations in an effort to induce the company to extend a line of credit. Listen, this fool walked in, commissioned 7 pieces knowing he ain't have the money. Pieces came to $66,000. He said, that's it? That's a small thing to a giant. You know what? Wrap that shit up. I'll be there. And he walked in and gave them a $20,000 check. And then said he was going to pay the rest in, like, I guess, installments. Basically, they put him on Klarna or Afterpay. Vince was doing, y'all realize this, people that be faking it to making it, right? Be doing Klarna and Afterpay with these people to try to get more of the thing, to try to make themselves look bigger, right? He literally did Afterpay. Made up companies, y'all. So listen, it actually gets worse. Listen. Now, they accuse Vincent, right, of knowingly making misrepresentations in an effort to induce the company to extend a line of credit. Listen, this fool walked in, commissioned 7 pieces knowing he ain't have the money. Pieces came to $66,000. He said, that's it? That's a small thing to a giant. You know what? Wrap that shit up. I'll be there. And he walked in and gave them a $20,000 check. And then said he was going to pay the rest in, like, I guess, installments. Basically, they put him on Klarna or Afterpay. Vince was doing, y'all realize this, people that be faking it to making it, right? Be doing Klarna and Afterpay with these people to try to get more of the thing, to try to make themselves look bigger, right? He literally did Afterpay. So anyway, how'd they find out it was a fake check? Guess what? They ran to the bank to cash it. Okay, they didn't run, but they slow walked it, right? Because they was still like, I wonder if they had a little tattletale on the Georgia business thing saying, his business is show not active, right? Anyway, they ran to the bank to cash the check. The check bounced, right? The check bounced. They immediately contacted him and it's like, boy, if you don't bring your happy self back here, give us our jewelry back or pay this 20. Actually, pay us the full amount. We ain't even playing with this whole IOUs because right now your name is dirt, right? They were text messaging him this. Literally, immediately by text message with the defendant, right? The jeweler, Michael, told him, you better bring that back, bring us our 20 and pay us everything back, right? Now, here's the thing. When this clown scammer stuff starts coming in, right? Every time they asked Vincent when he was going to pay the debt, because guess what? He ain't bring the jewelry back. And bring the jewelry back and was in good faith, like, all right, just hold this and I'll be back, you know, with maybe $5,000 next Friday, $5,000 next Friday. No, he kept the jewelry. And get this, every single time they asked him, are you paying this debt? He offered false promises and guarantees, always saying that the money was being transferred to the plaintiff's account or he would meet the plaintiff to pay his balance due. And the defendant never paid. Y'all, again, what type of that? They called you and was texting you and you kept saying them, yeah, I'm coming. No, I got your money. And the whole time it was a thing. Y'all. Now listen, it has been reported from multiple sources, including Radar Online, that Vince has been facing several financial issues, right? He's accused of owing Sony music money. He had his luxury rental cars repossessed. That's right. A lot of these cars y'all be swearing people own are just rentals. It's all smoke. I'll just say this is a word of caution. If you cannot tell clearly where somebody's money's coming from, now here's the thing. You ain't got to count every penny in the bank account. But if you cannot clearly tell where someone's money is coming from, odds are it's coming from the smoke in the mirrors. And when the smoke clears, you're going to be looking at a mirror feeling real stupid, right? He owes Sony money from advances that he didn't make good of. He had his luxury vehicles repossessed, and he was recently hit with a $500K judgment, right, by his former business partner, LDNX Records, in a lawsuit. To this date, this was back in August, Vince has not replied. I did a lot of research. It does not look like he ever paid those jewelers, or they didn't get all their money in full. Y'all, what y'all think Tamar talking about this? She talking about she living her best life. Girl, listen, Tamar's a whole other. We're going to have to do another video about Tamar. But y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Vincent is the newest member